Create more than you consume. This has been a sentiment that I've been seeing kind of floating around online for the past couple of weeks, and it's really motivated me to really dive deep into all of my creative endeavors, such as my business, Modi Creations. I am very proud of this project that I've started because this has been kind of a brain baby of mine to start a computer accessories boutique since I think I graduated high school. And long story short, I took a very long journey to get here, and we officially opened in November of last year, 2024, and it's been a wonderful journey ever since then. But today, I decided to film yesterday my creation process of these new keycaps that I've been working on for quite some time. If you see like my TikTok or Instagram, you can see all the trials and errors of my keycaps. I started with resin and, just trying to create some resin keycaps. I didn't really love how they came out, so I started just hand painting like PCB keycaps and then coating them with resin to kind of give them that nice glossy finish. And I think this is the final product that I kind of want to come out with. But if you couldn't tell from that quick flash that I showed you, these keycaps are all inspired by Jinx from Arcane. And I kind of came to that conclusion to create these because I have designed, I believe it was during December of last year, this really cool mouse pad that is inspired by Jinx's tattoos and her graffiti. And there is a slight little cameo of Echo's Firelights symbol on here as well. But I've been kind of obsessed with the show since I first started watching it. And I've never really been like a League of Legends fan, but some of my friends finally convinced me to watch it, and super thankful because it's one of my favorite pieces of media, like to date now. But yesterday I just decided to sit down and, film the process of me making it. It's not necessarily a tutorial, but I will talk about the process along the way. It's just kind of a documentation of the creative journey that I went on. A lot of it's going to be voiceover because I kind of locked in and forgot to talk during a lot of it. So enjoy me from now, kind of talking in, past tense, I guess. But yeah, let's get started with the video. So here I had the great idea to go ahead and tape the actual keycap to a barbecue skewer because I'm so smart, so high tech. I know. This did not work. Spoiler alert. I found it a lot easier to go ahead and wrap the end of the skewer with a bunch of tape. So when you press the keycap on, it kind of like fills up where the switch would go into the keycap, if that makes sense. There was a very close call where I'm very thankful that nothing got ruined, but it was very scary for a short moment of time. Just to put it into perspective, here's me attempting and trying my very best to paint this without making it fall off, but as you can see, it is super unstable because of the way I chose to actually secure, quote unquote, the keycap. Every time I touch it with the brush, it literally moves and shifts, and you could see the concern in my face as I internally panic, hoping that it doesn't fall off. And because I was also very impatient, here you see me then hit this coat of paint to dry with my pink blow dryer, just because I wanted to make sure that the layer was completely dry before moving on, and I did not want to wait at all. And here is where the absolute delusion kicks in, where I think if I just add more tape, everything will be fine. It is not. As you can see here, I panicked, but everything was okay because I hit it with the blow dryer, so everything was dry and I had nothing to worry about. And here you can also see my roommate, shout out Zion, who is an artist. who decided to make dinner, and I kind of forgot to tell him I was filming, so he didn't know. Sorry about that again. But this is also the part where I started adding light washes of like pinks and blues and purples to kind of give it that like worn look that I know that like Arcane has a lot as a motif. Here is my beauty guru moment where I try to show you guys. And here's a quick little montage of the different versions, well, like stages, I would say, of the graffiti that I did. I am using these gel pens to kind of create sharper lines because I was trying to just hand paint it all and it was not working out for me. So I found it a lot easier to just kind of layer on gel pen on top of the acrylic paint, and I personally really liked the outcome of it. It seemed kind of like hand-drawn graffiti, so I thought that was a really cool effect that it gave. And here is me once again with my infamous blow dryer and Zion one more time. And from here on out, I really lock in. I don't sit down anymore because I am just so, I don't even know. I just fully wanted this done at this point, and I already saw the vision. I had to just complete it. So we're taking our little, oh my god, what about Pal? And we're gonna glaze her. Okay. And as you can see here, I've decided to clock back into the lock-in factory as I apply the resin top coat onto this. Now, let me just say here, do not be like me. I completely forgot to put on my gloves this time. And, you know, resin is toxic, so please, please, please do wear gloves and be in a ventilated area. I just ordered some masks recently, so I don't have to go through this again because this was a very poor experience. And here is where mistakes were made, because after this alcohol bath that I just gave it, I realized that I forgot entirely to buff the surface, so it caused a lot of the paint to kind of scrape off. But I did kind of like it in a way. It kind of gave it that worn look, that like classic wear and tear that a lot of things in like the Undercity typically have. So I ended up leaning into this for a lot of the other designs and kind of testing out different forms of like wear on the keys. I even added like a darker wash along the edges to kind of give it that almost like metallic feeling. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys all of them at the end, and you know, maybe you guys can help me figure out what level of, I guess, decay or wear and tear would be most preferred for the product. So we had to get a little bit more serious. The nail UV lamp is not cutting it, so I had to pull out the old 3D printer cure. Had to go find it real quick, and then boom, we got her. So here are the final products of the keycaps. This would be the first one that I made off camera. As you can see, there's like zero wear and tear on this one. I just kind of added the color streaks on it. How we have here, And like, as you can see, it has like some missing paint on the edges, but I really liked how like some slight wear looked like. Unfortunately, it did take me a little while to figure out what I was doing wrong in my second iteration while I was filming. So I also forgot to prep this key, and it came out really funky looking, and it made me sad because I kind of really love this design the most. But I'm gonna redo this one. Remember, these are all just like prototypes for the actual products that I'm gonna start releasing. But then I did this one with like a light wash on the edges, as you can see here. Like I added like a kind of like a gray color that I mixed in with the purple. And then I also did one with like a lot of that kind of wear and color. And I really like how this one came out too. So I might just do these like sell this set with like a varying degree of wear and tear, so they don't just kind of look like copy and paste. But I think it's gonna look more like these two, maybe this one as well, for the rest of them. But obviously, instead of like having to scrape paint, gonna be with like the darker wash. But yeah, and another cool thing is that because these are cherry keycaps, they do kind of have to go, like this one is for the escape key in the top row. The POW is definitely gonna have to be the W in WASD. But these three, you could kind of just swap around into like any order because they're the exact same key size. I also really need you guys to see how stupid cute this looks with the matching wrist rest and the mouse pad all together. Just take in the details. You have the double monkey. It just kind of really all comes together, and I am really loving how it all looks. And that is how I went about making these keycaps that I am really proud of, and I am honestly super happy with how they came out. But yeah, if you're interested in these mouse pads or desk mats, they are also double as trading card game mats because I personally play Magic the Gathering, so I wanted to let y'all know. And these keycaps are going to be on the way very soon. I'm going to have my first listing hopefully by next week, but I'll keep you guys updated. If you're interested, once again, please check out moditcreations.com. I am also on TikTok and Instagram under mod.itcreations. And I hope to see you guys very soon.